For a Friday night full of NBA action. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the San Antonio Spurs. This is Brian Anderson. With me, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. And reporting courtside, it's Allie LaForce. And a look at the starters for the Spurs. Fox at the 1 with Castle at the 2. Barnes plays the 4 with Wemby standing tall in the middle. And it's Vassell in at the 3 slot. With a good chunk of the season in the books, Richard, are you keeping an eye on the trade deadline coming up?
Yeah, it's not too far away to start throwing some of those ideas into the good old trade machine. But I like to be respectful to the players and not speculate too much. There's a lot more involved than just moving players.
And a Kongwu with the block. And Young, here we go. Daniels outside. Back to Young. Daniels passes to a Kongwu. Pass to Rizachet. 5 to shoot. A Kongwu, a screen on Vassell. Young from long range. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Fox outside. Outside Barnes. San Antonio moving the ball around. Down low. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
I want to say that that's great vision from Wemby, but he can see everything from that height, anticipating that the player was going to be there.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Daniels outside. He shoots it. Rizachet, no good. The Spurs have gone 1 for 3 so far. Fox finds Wembanyama. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Yeah, Wembanyama fights for his bucket, using his size to get it done despite the foul.
At the line for 1.
Guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, the Atlanta Hawks this summer, adding free agents Nickeil Alexander-Walker and Luke Kennard, this team is now possessing a stacked wing rotation. And with this infusion of playmaking and shooting, guys, they could be pretty tough to deal with now.
A team to be reckoned with. All right, Shams, thank you for the report. Johnson with a bucket.
Well, Johnson's versatility really shows up in the pick and roll.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Outside Barnes. Back to Fox. The 3 is up. He can't get it to go. And it's Daniels with the ball for the Hawks. They trail by 1. Johnson passes to Young. Rebounded by Fox.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Vassell can't get it to go.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
The Spurs have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Wembanyama, and he converts the layup. Wembanyama's got 5 now.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
And Atlanta with possession here. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Hornets.
Just a tough road loss. You're going against players who are comfortable shooting in their own building. You have to find a way to disrupt their focus.
Well, they weren't fighting through screens. Their closeouts and rotations were late. You name it, and let's just say they didn't do it on defense.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Vassell passes to Wembanyama. Gets the 3 ball to go. Give him 8. Hawks trail by 4. Outside Rizachet. Back to Young. The 3. Rebounded by Castle. The Spurs have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. The layup off target.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed. Inside, Daniels really uses his agility, getting nimble to find himself a shot.
Here's Fox. He's scoreless. Castle outside. Back to Fox. Jacks up with 3. Can't get it. 0 for 3 in this one. Atlanta's gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu!
Even though he's young, Daniels tends to make the right decisions with the ball in his hands.
And here's Fox, averaging almost 23 points a contest. A fantastic offensive player. The rebound by Atlanta. Victory eluded them last time in San Antonio when they faced the Spurs.
Last game, their starting lineup struggled to stay on the floor. Just put too much pressure on the bench.
Expect to see them being much more careful tonight because of that. Maybe being a little less aggressive.
The Hawks have gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. Up top, Young. He's covered by Fox. Young looking around. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Now here's Vassell. Turned in an outstanding game against Washington. Nice shot by Wembanyama.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Johnson, he's checked in for Vassell. All right, let's check out the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Here are your assist leaders. 5th on the list, Jalen Johnson.
He has a great eye for where to send the ball, and you know his teammates love playing with an unselfish guy like him.
Pass to Young. Okongwu, a screen on Johnson. To the inside. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu!
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Victor Wembanyama is trying to gain strength, but he said it's important not to lose your mobility. So bulking up is not a good word. It's more being stable. That's the way to keep going. I don't need to bulk up. I need to get my core stronger. I need to get solid. Guys?
That approach makes sense. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. And that one drops for him. Wembanyama's got 12 points in the game.
Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
Here's Young. Yet to see a basket. And Grant, offensively, Wemby has a lot of different options. Talk about his game.
Well, put simply, we've never seen a 7-footer with this array of skills. He's an efficient shooter from anywhere, and the length to just about ignore defenders. I mean, he's got it all. Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
And Young has got the ball here for the Atlanta Hawks. 6-point game. Yep, count it.
Yeah, there's Trae Young getting it done inside.
Spurs lead by 4. Fox deciding where to go with it. Inside. Here's Wembanyama. The rebound by Atlanta.
Usually he's a master in the midi, but not that time.
Johnson passes to Okongwu. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds now. Oh, it's stolen away. Here's Okongwu. Oh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now.
And you can tell they're in sync right now, expertly turning the steal into fast break points.
San Antonio has gone 1 for 5 from 3-point range. A cold start. Outside Johnson. Pass to Wembanyama. Now here's Castle. Shot clock at 6, and he gets that one. And the Spurs lead by 4.
Yeah, this is where Castle likes to find his points, closer in to the hoop.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. And the Hawks going with a whole new group out there. Sohan's checked in for San Antonio. On defense, San Antonio. They lead by 4. Pass to Alexander Walker. Kennard outside. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside Barnes. Outside Johnson. Here's Wembanyama, and he banks in the layup. And now it's a 6-point Spurs lead.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value, and nice to see him delivering.
On the wing, Alexander Walker. He's covered by Fox. Pass to Newell. On the wing, Alexander Walker. Still without a bucket. Oh, some solid defense from Fox. San Antonio leading by 6. Johnson passes to Sohan. Out to Fox. Outside Barnes. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Keldon Johnson.
Well, his scoring has dipped over the last few seasons, and sometimes that can be cause for concern. But it doesn't always tell the full story. You have to consider his role, his usage, as well as the other ways he contributes to the team.
Looking at who's out there now for San Antonio. Castle comes in for Barnes, and it's Harper in for Fox. Right side, Alexander Walker. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. San Antonio's going 1 for 5 from 3-point range. A cold start. Pass to Castle. There's a minute 34 left in the first quarter here. Oh, he goes up high for the 2-handed slam.
Staying strong inside. Castle got touched up there, but it didn't throw him off.
Hawks trail by 6. Outside, Alexander Walker. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
And of course, taking it inside, always a great game plan. And I'm curious if there'll be an adjustment from the defensive end. Maybe sag off some shooters a little.
And the Spurs willing to be patient with this rebuild, but when De'Aaron Fox became available, Grant, they did not blink.
Yeah, he's just too dynamic to pass up, and still young enough to grow with their core. Now it's about making the pieces click.
From deep, Harper. Doesn't go that time. Nice D from Alexander Walker. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's going to go on Luke Cornett. Atlanta shooting their 2nd free throw attempt on the night.
The kid, Alexander Walker. One shot.
And it's tied up with that one. The Spurs shooting a fantastic 52% on the first. Here's Harper, covered by Alexander Walker.
Oh, there is nothing more fun than putting a big guy on a poster. That is the definition of an aggressive play.
24 seconds left in the first quarter here. Just 5 on the clock. The Hawks need to get one up here. Gay's shot is good. And the Hawks lead by 1.
They keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
You have to think at this point the winner will be the one to settle in on defense.
Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Hawks ahead, up 1. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Hawks.
They've started the game the right way, penetrating the defense and attacking the rim. They're just not settling.
And also the coaching staff has to love the hustle so far. Just playing with great energy, getting out and converting in transition.
Jalen Johnson is out there with Newell. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Gay in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Now here's Castle. 17 points for him last game against Washington.
And how about the vision he displayed? Great job getting others involved and piling up the assist.
Atlanta leading by 3. Alexander Walker, the pass to Johnson. Here's Newell. Pass to Kennard. Launches a 3. Sinks it from distance.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Now here's Cornette. He's coming off a 10-point game against Washington. The shot by Johnson, no good. Outside, Alexander Walker. Kennard outside.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a 10-point pass. We're about a minute and a half into this second quarter. Castle outside. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen. And now let's take a look at the most efficient shooting guards in the league this year. Number 1, Keldon Johnson. 4th, Stephon Castle.
I mean, just a terrific group. All of these players are in danger of getting red hot from outside at any given moment.
And with their range, they stretch out opposing defenses. So even when they're not shooting threes, they're still making an impact.
Vassell, he's checked in for Johnson. Outside Johnson. Again, Atlanta.
They're starting to pull away here as their shots keep falling.
Yeah, the D is looking helpless to stop them right now. They're doing whatever they want to do on offense.
Now here's Vassell. No made baskets yet. To the middle. Snatched away. To the paint. Here's Kennard. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. And now it's a 12-point Hawks lead.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Here's Castle. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Here's Sohan. Another miss. They desperately need a bucket. The Hawks lead by 12. Up top, Alexander Walker. Last game, he had 28 points. Pass to Kennard. Outside, Alexander Walker. Here's the pick. Shoots over Harper. The shot by Alexander Walker, no good.
Well, it's a make-or-miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
You look at Devin Vassell. He seems to still be working towards his full potential, RJ.
Yeah, I see many ways that he can continue to up his game. And that's not a knock. You never stop learning in this league. But for Vassell, his potential, oh, it's exciting.
You can tell Castle values the chance to set another guy up. He's not trying to do it all by himself out there.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. Following this one, they get to host the Bulls. It'll be game number 2 in their 5-game homestand. Here's Gay. Cornette defending. Pass to Alexander Walker. Kennard for 3. And it's Cornette with a rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And here's Castle. Shot, left block, and out of bounds. The Hawks will have it. And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. You look at the Hawks, hasn't been a banner year thus far, but they're clinging to that 8th spot in the conference.
Well, right now for the Hawks, they're really doing their best to rise through the rankings. Time will tell whether they can pull it off.
And you have to wonder if this roster can get to that next level. They have talent, but if it doesn't come together, they might have to shake it up.
And the Hawks making a change here. Young's checked in.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Spurs trail by 12. Castle with it. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Nickeil Alexander-Walker picks one up.
And that's the kind of pressure Castle can put on a defense.
And Richard, with floor spacing so critical, ball handlers want their teammates to be shot ready.
Oh, yeah, having your feet square, knees bent, hands ready, because ultimately, if you're shot ready, your percentages go up. If your percentages go up, so does your money.
The free throw drops for Castle. RJ, San Antonio seen a surge in popularity. Spurs jerseys seem to be everywhere these days.
Yeah, they call that the Wemby effect. When a team has a generational talent like Victor, a lot of new fans come on board.
And Castle drops them both.
You know, guys, this is an exciting young player. Stephon Castle does a little bit of everything. He hustles, plays defense, got a national championship in college, so he is a winner, too.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Dante, he's checked in for the Hawks. Daniels outside. Hey, puts up a 3. Kept alive. Second chance shot. And it's Dante missing. Spurs trail by 10. Pass to Castle. Sohan outside. Off the mark. Had a chance there to trim it to single digits. Wing shot on the way. Daniels misses. The Spurs have got nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter. Sohan outside. Lets the 3 fly. Dante grabs the board. The Hawks lead by 10. Now here's Johnson. He's got 6. Here's Alexander Walker. Ooh, coming through again, shooting 5 for 7 now.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
San Antonio's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Pass to Vassell, and play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
That's his second, and I think they'll keep him in, but he's got to be careful. A third, and he'll sit for the rest of the half.
Atlanta making some changes here. Okongwu's checked in for Dante, and it's Rizachet in for Alexander Walker. And San Antonio with a change here too. Fox is checked in. Sohan outside. Oh, Fox! No stopping him!
The defense comes at Fox hard, but he's ready for it. He knows how to stay agile and nimble inside.
Here's Atlanta with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Outside Johnson. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Rizachet. That's in! Coming off an assist from Young. Young's got his third assist of the night.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Down by 12. Vassell outside. Launches it. The rebound by Atlanta.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Here's Rizachet. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Rizachet's got 6. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Spurs are on the rise. Victor Wembanyama said, quote, "I've been on board since day one. We know it's not going to be a straight line. There will be ups and downs. This is not easy, but I'm very confident in the will that my guys have. The long term is never being questioned." Guys, back to you.
They'll get there. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Okongwu, no good. Spurs trail by 14. Sohan inside. Johnson on him. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
A little raw skill-wise, but Sohan has that rare physical traits and a tremendous upside.
Atlanta's gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Pass to Rizachet. Outside Johnson. Beyond the arc. Rizachet, no good. Well, San Antonio's shooting about 47%. A nice number. Back to Vassell. And here's Wembanyama, covered by Daniels. Fox for 3. Rebounded by Daniels. Daniels has got 4 rebounds now.
Yeah, he's really scrambling to keep them in this game. Gotta respect that hustle.
Young on the drive. Pass to Okongwu. Clock at 6. Picked up by Okongwu. A good look from Johnson. The rebound by the Spurs. Castle's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Once you get a taste of throwing it down in the NBA, let me tell you, it never gets old. And Sohan, he is flushing it and loving it.
Johnson with it. Now guarded by Sohan. Okongwu with screen on Fox. The 3 from Rizachet. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Wembanyama's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Pass to Fox. Over Rizachet. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. Atlanta leading by 10. Outside Young. Now here's Johnson. Here's Rizachet. Back to Johnson. Picked up by Okongwu. Fires the 3. San Antonio with a rebound. They defeated Washington in their last game.
I found it was an interesting game. Anything they couldn't get from their starters, they got from their reserves.
For a number of reasons, depth seems to become more important every year.
Now here's Daniels. 14 points for him last game against Charlotte. To snap the cold streak. He's off on that one. Good work defensively by Castle. Spurs trail by 10. Now Fox, averaging almost 23 points a contest. A fantastic offensive player.
Just so crafty getting to the rim. Fox runs inside, leaps over the defense for the easy finish.
And there's a minute 45 left in the second period. Young, the pass to Daniels. Back to Young. Fires for three. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Pass to Fox. Now Castle. And here's Fox. Wembanyama, high post. Wembanyama, effortless inside.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area. Huh.
One minute left in the second quarter. Young against Fox. To the inside. Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And when Johnson gets an opening, no question he's looking to power it down.
Vassell outside. Sohan outside. Shot clock at 5. Back to Vassell. 4-3. Knocks down the long J. Vassell's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
I just love the ball movement.
Outside Young. And that's not gonna go. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Atlanta on top, up 5. Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
I'm here with Coach Quinn Snyder, and Coach, you're getting stops in the first half. What do you attribute to that?
Well, we're playing hard, scrambling, picking up our effort, trying to be precise and disciplined and talk. We're not resting on our laurels at any point.
Hopefully you can remain active on the defensive end in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
Hey there, everybody. Shaq says hi. Kenny says hi, too. Yes, we are in the midst of the NBA season and a perfect time to see how things are coming together in the West.
Well, right now for the Spurs, I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't, because I'm right. 2 + 2 is 5.
And as much as it pains me, I have to agree with Big Fella.
All right, looking back now at that first half, we just saw some obstacles to overcome for the San Antonio Spurs.
Chucking up all those threes is clearly not working for them. They need to balance their attack.
Yeah, you want to put your players in a position to succeed, and I don't see that in the first half.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. You know, Victor Wembanyama has been exceptional here, guys.
And given that he's just delivered a double-double through 2 quarters, I'm excited to see his stats at the end of the night.
But I don't think that that's the most important thing to him. Sure, putting up big numbers doesn't hurt, but he's all about getting the win over everything else.
And Young has got the ball here for the Atlanta Hawks. It's a 5-point game. And on the floor for Mitch Johnson starting the second half. At the forward slots, it's Vassell and Barnes. Fox at the 1 with Castle at the 2. And it's Wembanyama in at the center position. Now here's Young. Clock at 4. Back to Okongwu. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got rebound number 13 tonight with that one. You know, Richard, one thing you notice about Victor Wembanyama, he is even-keeled.
Yeah, and you don't see him yell, you don't see him criticize. He works on building that team chemistry. I respect the players like that, the calm leadership type.
Now here's Young, the 3 from Rizachet. Barnes with the rebound. And a minute played as the second half gets going. And here's Vassell outside Wembanyama. Over a Kongwu. Wembanyama, no good. The Hawks lead by 5. Johnson passes to Young. Now here's Risache. He's guarded by Barnes. The baseline J is on the way.
He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost.
Castle outside. Pass to Wembanyama. Inside. Stolen by Young. Daniels passes to Okongwu.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Okongwu. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Okongwu. He makes 1 of 2 that time.
Coming out stone cold here. Sometimes the break will do that to you.
Barnes finds Fox. Ooh, excellent D there from Young. The Hawks lead by 6. Risache with the ball. He's picked up by Vassell. Back to Young. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
Is it possible to rest too much? Because he hasn't been able to get into a groove since coming back in.
Fox, the pass to Vassell. Now here's Barnes. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Barnes has got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
And it took some time, but hopefully getting that make will kind of kickstart him, kind of wake him up here in this 3rd quarter after missing their first few shots.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Young from long range nails it from beyond the arc.
They can finally relax after missing their first 4 shots to start this half.
Castle outside. Pass to Wembanyama. Oh, that's his 8th make of the game. He's only missed 4 so far.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
Here's Okongwu. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention. And let's take a look now at some numbers for Stephon Castle. Spurs trail by 5. Here's Fox. Fox lifts off and hammers it down.
Look at Fox get up. Okay, I see you flexing on him.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the 3rd. Fox against Young. On the wing, Risache. Picked up by Okongwu. Lets it fly. Risache, no good.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
And Atlanta with possession here. Young with it. He's got 5. The 3 ball. And Risache, the bucket on the assist by Young. Young's got assist number 5 here tonight. Vassell can't get it to go. Atlanta leading by 4. Now here's Risache. 9 points in the game. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Rizachet. Okay, let's bring up the list of the top foul shooters among post players this season. 5th, Harrison Barnes.
And I love how these bigs take the touch they have in the paint straight to the free throw line.
Yeah, because you know if you're spending the majority of your time in the paint, you're going to get to the line a lot. So it serves you well to hit your free throws.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Against Young. Pass to Castle. Plenty of space. San Antonio again can't hit.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
And here's a Okongwu. Young finds Daniels. Okongwu with it. Castle covering. The crossover. No! Stopping him there! Jams it in! And he's fouled! An opportunity in a three-point play. It goes on Stephon Castle. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Hawks.
Wow, they're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
We also got to highlight how on fire they've been from three-point land. They've continued to capitalize from beyond the arc in this one.
Spurs trail by 7. Fox outside. San Antonio moving the ball around. Barnes, it's good.
A big forward with quick hands. Barnes, oh, he'll let it fly.
And Young has got the ball here for Atlanta. They've led by as many as 14. Pass to Rizachet. Puts up a deep three. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 16th rebound on the night.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
Atlanta leading by 4. Outside Rizachet. Young inside. He's guarded by Castle. Tough finish from Young.
What intensity from Young in the paint. Not backing off because of some coverage.
Steps back. Fox, that's good. Fox has got 6 here in the quarter.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
The Hawks have gotten only 4 of 10 shots to fall so far in the third. Fox against Young. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Hawks. And San Antonio also making a switch. Johnson, he's checked in for Vassell. Now here's Barnes. 9 points in the game. Here's Wembanyama. The basket's good off the assist from Fox. Fox has got his 4th assist in this one.
The refined jumper of Wembanyama. You just never see that in a man of his height.
Alexander Walker with it. He's guarded by Castle. Picked up by Okongwu. Down low. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Here's Fox. He's got 12. And here's the timeout from Mitch Johnson now. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Up top, Barnes. Fox outside. Castle outside. Fires from deep. The rebound by Atlanta. Daniels outside. To the middle. Here's Okongwu. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
With great mobility in the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away.
Castle for 3. Rebound Atlanta. Johnson's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Pass to Alexander Walker. Now here's Young. The 3. Oh! Trae virtually automatic from deep.
Now, often shooting from way beyond the arc, Young easily pops in the short-range 3.
Spurs trail by 7. Here's Fox. He's got 12. From deep, Johnson knocks down the triple.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Trae Young. That's his first foul of the game. Atlanta making some changes. Gay's checked in for Okongwu. Newell comes in for Johnson. And it's Kennard in for Daniels. For San Antonio, they've gone 50% from the field in the 3rd quarter. 8 of 16. Castle misses.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
Pass to Newell. Now Kennard. He's covered by Fox. 5 on the clock. Here's Young. And that one good. And 12 points for Trae Young.
The control of Young, unleashing a devastating dribble move and finding the shot.
Back to Fox. 3-pointer. The rebound by Atlanta. They've led by as many as 14. Pass to Young. Here's the 3. The rebound by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Here's Barnes. Fox finds Castle. No good on the 3.
This has not been his best quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
One thing about Keldon Johnson defensively, it's hard to back him down, Richard.
Yeah, he won't block a ton of shots, but he anchors really well against bigger players. That's why teams would rather attack him in space.
Barnes, no good. Atlanta leading by 6. Right side, Alexander Walker. Oh, got a piece of it. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. Newell pulls it in.
Whew. You try to get spicy and totally whiffed, huh? Okay. He's going to be living this one down for at least about a week.
Castle against Young. Over Castle. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. Here's Johnson. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Johnson's got 5.
I love whenever Johnson looks to really score inside. Certainly has the touch and the confidence to get it done in there.
Atlanta's gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter. Inside, it's tipped. It's stolen by Wembanyama. They've got the 5-on-3 advantage. Wembanyama screen. Fox the pass to Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
And you see how fluid Wembanyama is. 7'5" guys shouldn't be able to move like this.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Young. Here's Gay. Six to shoot. Here's Alexander Walker. Off target with the 3. Barnes finds Fox. Castle on the wing. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. 3/4 of play and a close one here. Atlanta on top, up 2. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Luke Kennard out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then it's Jalen Johnson. Then it's Newell. And it's Gay in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Wembanyama, no good. The Hawks leading. Pass to Alexander-Walker. There's a screen. Rebound by San Antonio. After this game, they can look forward to Washington, where they'll match up against the Wizards. That'll be the second of 2 games on the road.
And I love the physical play from Sohan inside, mixing it up with the defense and drawing the foul.
Shooting 2.
That one misses.
Yeah, he's a fearless player. I mean, Sohan not afraid to give up his body to give his team a better chance.
And he's good on the second. Now Kennard. On the wing, Alexander Walker. Lets it go from 11. And it comes off the front of the rim. San Antonio trailing here. Here's Harper. Sohan outside. Wembanyama screen. And Sohan gets it to go.
Give props to Sohan. He did not come into this league with a great 3-point shot, but Jeremy has really worked on that part of his game.
Now here's Kennard. Outside, Alexander Walker. Pass to Gay. Up top, Johnson. Kennard for 3. And Atlanta misses again.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
To the paint. Oh, Wembanyama reaches up and throws it down.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You got to keep him out of the paint.
Hawks trail by 4. Kennard outside. Outside, Alexander Walker. To the inside. Out of bounds. Hawks ball as Atlanta keeps possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
And Atlanta making a change here. Young's checked in. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Johnson. And his 5th basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there.
And that's where Johnson does most of his work offensively, inside the paint.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Here's Harper. Wembanyama, pass to Vassell. Good, and the assist to Wembanyama. And the Spurs lead by 4.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
Alexander Walker, the pass to Johnson. Now Kennard takes a 3. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Pass to Harper. Vassell outside. Here's Wembanyama. And there are the Spurs with another bucket.
Yeah, flat-out dominant score. Wemby's ability to capitalize from anywhere on the floor is what makes him so dangerous.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the 4th. Up top, Young. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama. Sohan inside. Johnson on him. The rebound by Atlanta. Johnson's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Young, the pass to Kennard. Outside Johnson. There's Young with the 3. Knocks it down from distance. Young's got 13 in the second half.
In terms of volume, Trae Young is up there in three-point shooting. He's never shy from deep.
Sohan outside. Pass to Harper. 3-pointer. Gay with a rebound. Gay's got his 4th rebound in this one. Down low. Here's Young. Driving to the basket. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
It's like he needed that halftime break to gather himself. Now he's starting to get his confidence back here.
The Spurs have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the 4th quarter. And so it's Mitch Johnson here calling timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Okongwu's checked in for Atlanta. Dyson Daniels comes in for Kennard. A big group substitution here for San Antonio. Cornette's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Harrison Barnes comes in for Sohan. Castle's checked in for Johnson. And Fox is subbed in for Harper. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle, and Coach had a very specific message for his guys. He said, quote, control what we can control, play our game, and the rest will take care of itself. Solid message, if you ask me.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Now here's Castle. Cornette attacks.
Nice decision by Castle. I mean, this guy is a great teammate.
And here's Young. Outside, Alexander Walker. Outside, Johnson. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Fox. Pass to Cornette. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Young with it. He's covered by Fox. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
And when it comes to assists, Young is on another level. He's got such a gift for feeding his guys.
And San Antonio has possession. Fox with the ball. Count it, and the foul. Nickeil Alexander-Walker picks one up.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game, and that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for the Spurs.
You got to be impressed with how assertive they are on offense, continuing to cut hard to the rim time and time again.
And also, I just love how they've been moving the ball side to side on the perimeter. Great passing, unlocking their offensive potential.
Free throw's good for Fox. Well, when you talk about De'Aaron Fox, what makes him such a lethal player, Richard?
Well, for starters, it's his combination of speed and shooting. Still one of the fastest players in this league. And the exciting thing about him, Fox is just now entering into the prime of his career.
Now here's Cornet. From deep, Johnson. Kicks it out to Barnes. Pure from three-point range. And the Spurs lead by 4.
He's a dangerous shooter from deep. Barnes can hit some big shots out there.
Here's Young. Picked it out of midair. It's stolen by Daniels. To the middle. Here's Okongwu. And it's blocked. It's Barnes on the wing. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
Good work by Johnson scanning the floor, looking for those chances to share the ball.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Pass to Johnson. To the inside. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
Here's Fox. And here's Cornet. The basket's good off the assist from Fox. Fox has got his 7th assist here tonight.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Hawks trail by 6. Daniels outside. Barnes against Johnson. Outside Young. There's the 3. And it's Cornet with a rebound. San Antonio has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the 4th quarter. It's stolen by Okongwu. And a fast break now for the Hawks. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
Here's Fox. Following the score by Atlanta. There's the drive. The 3 from Barnes. Offensive board.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected Cam? Outside Young to the paint. It's stolen by Johnson. They've got numbers. Here's Castle. And that one's good. And it's an 8-point San Antonio lead.
As his career has progressed, Johnson has really improved as a playmaker.
The Hawks have gotten 8 of 15 during the 4th quarter. Young, the pass to Daniels. Oh, the long ball, no good.
Oh, love the intensity in which they're hitting the boards.
Now Johnson. Here's Castle. 6 to shoot. A thunderous two-hander with authority.
Yeah, just a vicious slam from Castle. You know, I have a feeling we'll see a few more of those over the next few years.
Atlanta's gone 2 of 6 so far in the 4th. Young against Fox. Jalen Johnson. Cash from downtown.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
And so it's Mitch Johnson here calling timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Wembanyama's checked in for San Antonio. San Antonio leading by 7. Here's Johnson. Jacks up a 3. Young with a rebound.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
And the 3 misses.
That's kind of a Hail Mary there. That's the mark of desperation.
Fox aggressive.
Look at Fox fearlessly going inside, hunting for a higher percentage look.
Here's Young. There's a minute 54 left to play in the fourth quarter. Cash it in. And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. They've led by as much as 10. Wembanyama, screen on Young. Fox misses the 3.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Fearless Trae Young.
And this is why Young is a go-to guy. He can get it done even under the toughest circumstances.
San Antonio leading by 5. Now here's Fox. Wembanyama, screen on Young. Now Wembanyama shoots a 3. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
Here's Daniels. Johnson a screen on Castle. Castle against Daniels. Now Young. Let's loose for 3. Wembanyama there for the rebound. Outside Fox. Now Barnes. Outside Johnson. Now Fox. Oh, using the reverse. What a bucket.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
So we see the Spurs taking the W here. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for being